Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I am Carex, and we are continuing on with our Democracy 4 playthrough here. We are playing as the UK Prime Minister, and we are going into our second year, I think. I think we've played 4 quarters so far. And right now our GDP is going down, which is concerning. Health is going up, unemployment is going up. That's bad. A royal scandal, apparently. Prominent member of the royal family has been accused of spending a suspicious amount of time. Convicted sex offender. Despite the individual's sordid history being well known, this is being descriptive as at best poor judgment and at worst deeply suspicious. How will your government react? Nobody likes the government of the day to be openly criticize the monarch. It would likely lead to major constitutional difficulties and would be considered deeply unpatriotic. We should issue a statement that the allegations remain simply allegations and that this is mere guilt by association. Criticize the monarchy. How can we possibly stand by and let this happen without comment? Nobody expects your government to call for the royal family's abolition, but at the very least, a strongly worded statement to effect that such behavior is unacceptable would be appropriate, regardless of whether the royalists or patriots may think. I think this is absolutely the fair thing to do. Criticism where criticism is due, right? Criticism where criticism is due. Conservatives actually don't like that. That makes sense because conservative historically was support for the monarchs originally, as sort of how that came about and stuff. Interesting history there, actually. So actually, that's kind of funny that that ties in there with that decision. Major donors is banning the party again. We're actually not doing very well. In some ways we're doing well, in some ways we're not doing well. We're making a 10 billion surplus, which is fantastic. So we can use that surplus, hopefully, to win over the hearts and minds of the people. I don't know. We'll have to see. We only have 13 political capital. Yikes. Because it's like our people are despising us. I don't know. I don't like this, to be honest. I don't like that our cabinet just sort of descends and descends and descends into like, just, I don't get this. Like, we hire them and they're good at their job, and the next thing you know, they hate their job and they're terrible at it. It would cost us an entire turn to reshuffle them again. It's expensive. To fire them would be one capital. It makes everybody else hate us. So if we fire this guy, then all these other people are going to need to be fired too. I don't like how this system, I don't like that system, to be honest. I don't like it. And let's talk about inertia of the different policies, right? These guys don't have enough, like, they don't have enough inertia, right? They're being swayed and affected and changed too quickly. So it's like we could waste all our political capital on doing this, or we could on reorganizing the cabinet, or we can just power through for a little bit here, let that descend. I don't even think we have enough political capital to even raise this up even more. Do we? Maybe we barely do. Is it only going to cost us 11? How expensive is that going to be? It would be our entire surplus. But these excellent health provisions would radically reduce obesity, reduce the doctor strike, reduce unemployment, make socialist, health, retired, poor state employees happy. A bunch of people would be happy from this. More people would be happy than not. Reduce hospital overcrowding. These are a lot of the things that are plaguing our country right now, and we have the economic opportunity to do this. I think we enact the best possible state health services we can. We fully fund the state health services as much as we possibly can, and I think that should take out the obesity should come down hard now. I think the hospital overcrowding should be coming down. The doctor strike is going down hard. I think the respiratory disease should be coming down hard. Health should be going up. Hospital overcrowding should be going down hard. We know that this is going down, but this won't go away until we actually get below the trigger line. What are some other things? The narcotics, right? Well, if we legalize, hold on, organized crime will take a hit. If we legalize cannabis, I think we want to legalize cannabis, and that will reduce organized crime. And then we can tax it. I think that's something we want to work on as well. So that'll take care of basically all of these are getting taken care of with the public health services being funded fully. There's other ways you could solve that issue. I don't need to make it sound like this is the only way to solve the issue, but this is the way that from our situation, it was one of the ways that we could solve it more easily. Over here, we have the uncompetitive economy, though. And the import tariffs are still taking effect. They're still kicking in. They're still kicking in. That's going to help. Hopefully, productivity is going up. Yeah, this is going up because of investments in technology. This should be going up. We get industrial automation. It takes time for that to kick in. Technology takes a long time, I think, to be positively affected, but we can see it is slowly going up. These metrics, it takes a long time for these things to kick in. Intellectual property rights, yeah. I think that's all of our political capital for this round. Our surplus is about to get boinked, but a lot of these crises, when these come down, it should be a good overall outcome for things. I don't understand how everyone could be at this. How could our popularity be so low when like the poor love us? So why is the poor not voting for us? I guess our political opponents are just doing a better job, apparently, or something. This would bring down unemployment and food prices. Bringing down food prices, I think, has a positive effect on the poor. It does also, I think, increase obesity, but why is it higher? Higher food prices bring down health and middle income and makes the poor unhappy. So, but right now it seems like food prices are fine. They do seem to be trending up, though. They do seem to be trending up, which could be a problem. Let's go to the next quarter here. Health is on the rise. GDP is stalled. That's good. It's better than, the opposite. Compulsory foreign language classes. This guy's our transport minister. What does that have to do with language classes? We have a small surplus. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, clearly this guy needs to get fired. And once they get really unhappy, can we fire them for free? So how does that affect everybody else, though? We could fire this guy for free. But everybody else just takes a dive. Point 3, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, everybody takes an absolute dive here. But once they hate us, it's 0 political capital. Did we just do this for free? I'm curious, did we just literally do that for free? Heck yeah. So we just fired everybody out individually. Did we just, like, solve the situation here? Oh. We have way less people to choose from here. Reshuffling the cabinet keeps them around. Oh my gosh, I think we messed this up. I think we messed this up a little bit. We actually fired those people. Do we get new people next time to pick from? Like a 1.4 is like the best that we have. Holy cow. At least we did this for free, but still. Oof. That's tough. Religious youth, that's a very small group of our... These are the liberal... I think we... Even though he's a 1.1, he really hits the notes. He hits the right notes. Man, that is not a good It is not a good cabinet, but hopefully we should be gaining... Per turn, we're getting about 14. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll just have to reshuffle or something in the future. 14 right now, man. And our maximum is 24. We don't even have the maximum to even move some of these dials. I don't know if I like... I don't know. This... I get that. I wish this was a little bit more forgiving, to be honest. What is it that we said we wanted to do? Well, we know that everything's coming down here. We could do... see, we don't even have enough political capital to be able to do one step on this, on the narcotics. And it's 32 to get up to here. So we'd have to do this in 2 steps. We'd have to do 1 step to here and then 1 step to there. We could just save our political capital right now. We could also go into here and see if there's anything. A tobacco awareness thing could be... This could be fine. This could help bring down the respiratory, which is already tanking on us. I don't know. Do we want usage of this to go down if we're taxing it? I don't know if we want usage to go down on the tobacco. What was something? Didn't we see something that made sense? I mean, the carpooling campaign could be good. It's pretty cheap. Brings down car usage just a touch. It's not much, but it's something. Don't we already have... Wait, I thought we already had health food subsidies. Whoa! Did we not actually enact the health food subsidies? We might have only done the health food campaign. It brings down food prices. Yeah, I mean, it costs money, but this is mostly all good. Mostly all good. Uncompetitive economy is going down. That's going to be a huge boon when that actually gets sort of taken care of. I think we skip here, to be honest, and we just build up our political capital. Oh no, I think unfortunately our maximum, we're gonna rub up against our maximum. The health worker strike has been called off and the doctors return to work. Beautiful. Beautiful. Credit rating downgrade? Ooh, not good. Business confidence. That's bad. That's bad for sure. The global economy is tanking right now. I think this is one of our things. Most of the time I've played the game, usually the global economy has been good. Now we're getting a downturn. I think that's actually why we're being... Wait, what? Now we're 13. How do we go from a surplus to 14 billion down? I guess our GDP, right? Our GDP is taking a dive. What the heck? That's a big deficit right there. I don't like the fact that it's swung around that much. We're going to apply this change. And then next time we're going to apply a similar change. Smart meter program. Grants for robotics research grants. Technology would go up. Industrial automation, that would increase it. Both of these things would affect GDP. Trade unionists would go down. Is there a way to click on that? %27 of our population. Unemployment's going up. How do we bring unemployment down? Telecoms industry. Negative GDP is bringing it down a little bit. Technology is trying to bring it back up. We know that some of these technology things are kicking in. We could look into stem cell research too. Stem cell research. It's not that expensive. We don't have that many religious conservatives. We have capitalist liberals in the country mostly. So something like this could be really good. Increases health and technology. GDP even goes up. That could absolutely be something worth investing in, but it would take time to enact. I think we save up, we try to get the narcotics pumped up, and then we try to tax the narcotics and see if we can do that. Oil drilling opportunity. Health is going way up. Health is just amazing. So hopefully everybody being healthy will be something that people will be happy about. Oil companies are keen to get permission to drill for oil in part of the country protected as a wildlife refuge. The oil supplies under the refuge are considerable, but the drilling would have a negative impact on the environment. Literally billions of barrels of oil right here on our soil. The current law is preventing us from drilling it. Instead, we are importing oil from other countries. The environmental impact will be minimal if you consider the gains against drilling makes in terms of energy security. Nobody wants to spoil the environment, but alternative is reliance on foreign oil. Or we can prevent the drilling. This valuable wildlife refuge would be devastated by the oil exploration. This is one of our nation's great national treasures and would be criminal to wreck it just to boost domestic oil production. Drilling in this part of the country would not entirely remove our dependence on foreign oil, but it will spoil our natural environment for future generations. Obviously, subsidizing the oil industry, in my opinion, is bonkers because you're talking about if the oil industry is not economically profitable on its own, then let the market take care of it. Let the market push it out, right? And go towards renewable energies, which presumably, futuristically, if you could just continually be harvesting energy from renewable energies and improving those technologies, then the economic gains from that could be insane, right? Economically. So it makes sense to subsidize the future, the things that will be the future, right? But this is just referring to whether or not we should take advantage of the resources that we have available to us now, not necessarily subsidize these things, but allow these things to take forth. The thing is, we have a GDP issue. We have a global economy that's going in the tank right now. And yes, if the global economy was going up, I think we'd be booning from that. But I'm actually tempted to say, allow the drilling, and let's actually say if we can make money from this, if we can boost our economy from this and in turn help incur a surplus, let's make sure we're doing that reforestation process. So yes, this is going to have a negative effect on the environmentalists, which not too many of the country actually associates them with that. Capitalists should enjoy this as well. Oil supply should go up. Yeah, it is one of the things. Environment will actually go down, but it doesn't seem to actually affect our environment, which is important. So the environment is a different metric there. So I think we're going to allow the drilling in this situation. It's not that we're promoting. In fact, honestly, if we have oil subsidies, maybe we could crank those down. Looks like we actually have low clean energy subsidies. We can invest in this, which actually probably, does it affect technology? No. Where is oil? Pollution controls. Maybe, actually, good for the UK. It looks like they maybe don't, at least based on the game, right? We don't actually give oil subsidies to we give agricultural subsidies. So like the United States and I think Canada as well, I think have active subsidies going towards the oil industry and stuff like that. Of course, Canada has a lot of economy is based on oil, and U.S. has a large oil economy as well. Popularity, at least we can see our popularity now, but it's still quite low. Deficit is not looking so good. It really snuck up on us there. I think part of that is because of, quite honestly, the global economy. The global economy is just tanking right now. Like it started here, and instead of going up, it's just gone down. So hopefully we can get global economy to like come back, because we can't control the global economy. Our debt's starting to go up a little bit. It was going down, now it's going back up. Relative debt. Holy cow. Our GDP is going, well, the global economy, right? The global economy has got to have a huge impact on this. The global economy is really pulling that down. Oil price is pulling this down. The price of oil affects the economy, makes sense. Transportation costs, all kinds of things, right? Food costs. With higher prices lowering our general standard of living. So oil prices going up reduces economic activity. But we've increased oil supply because of that decision, right? Maybe it takes time. I think it takes time for that to kick in. But I think that increasing our oil supply should actually bring down the oil price and so on and so forth, right? This is still going down, but it's going down slowly. I think we still want to go up to the next step with the narcotics. See, I don't like that doing 2 steps at a time costs 32. We don't have 32 political capital. This is a huge waste of political capital. Fine, maybe we just... Because now we've wasted 16 political capital. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. The political capital thing is way too harsh in this game. Give us more. Let us have some fun. Let's see what the stuff we can do in here. Right to die? What was that thing that the conservatives were going to be pretty upset about, but we said we wanted to do? Stem cell research. But see, we don't have the political capital to raise it up to the max. So we'd have to do it in like increments, which is lame. That's such a... that barely moves the dial there. State schools. This, of course, increases education in a big way. It's quite expensive. Right now we're running a deficit. A second ago we're running a surplus. Now we're not. It's like, what the heck has happened? We could increase payroll taxes. GDP would go down a bit. We don't really want to negatively affect our GDP right now. It's trying to recover. GDP is really trying to come back right now. Junk food tax. Cryptocurrency taxation. Everybody would dislike this and we wouldn't really get much from it. Oh, financial transaction taxes. Potential income $2 billion. Bring down GDP. Capitalist. We don't know how much though. A luxury goods tax. We wouldn't really be able to earn much from this. It'd be very expensive to enact, and our potential earnings are pretty low. A punitive wealth tax. Estimated popularity of the voters. Maybe I should be paying more attention to that. We know we want to enact this. We know we want to enact this. Free school meals. Something with education could be good, right? Drug treatment scheme. Punishing people for taking illegal drugs only goes so far. What people really need is treatment and long-term plan to get people off their dependence on narcotics. The scheme aims to fight the drug issue by reducing demand instead of limiting the supply. A lot of people like that. Keep the country tidy campaign. Everybody likes this. Oh, reforestation. We talked about that. Reforestation. Where's this? Most people like it. What the heck? I'm just going to enact that. It's 25. We might wait and just... So we're doing a big reforestation thing now. It's going to help environmentalists would like us bring down unemployment, which is actually great, right? Because we need people to go plant those trees. We need people to go plant those trees. A state-owned broadcaster can provide impartial and independent news without influence from corporate advertising. This can serve as a defense against biased or fake news, but a compulsory TV tax is not popular with everyone. It's like we could just move to the next, save the political, bank it, basically, right? Move to the next. The uncompetitive economy is going down. That's going to be a huge, when this is gone, it's going to be huge, huge. Especially if the global economy can turn back around. I think we're actually doing okay here. We're suffering through a global, like a literal global recession, if not depression, because it's gone down for like 7 quarters in a row. I think that satisfies it. Is it like 4 quarters in a row? It's a depression. Look at this. Down, 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 down. Holy cow. Our GDP is actually like we went through kind of a recession there, and we're kind of trying to bring it back up despite the global economy going in the opposite direction. So I think we just have to hold on. I think if the global economy was doing better, we'd be doing better. I like the idea of bringing this up to here, but I don't want to do it in 2 steps because that's going to cost like a bajillion capital to do. If we go to taxing the recreational drugs tax, we could just implement this now. Have it set to high. Let's just apply that change. So let's get that in. So we'll get that income right now, which is that, and then we'll be able to go back around, swing back around, and increase. We'll be able to swing back around and increase consumption here. So we increase consumption, that should increase taxation, basically, right? Yeah, good, good, good. Where's this? Art subsidies. Well, that's kind of neat. Oh, it's pretty cheap. Everybody likes this but the capitalists. Unemployment goes down slightly. Education goes up. That's kind of neat. That's not too expensive, actually. As I think we've played through a few more quarters now. I think we're going to go to the next quarter. But thanks, everybody, for watching this episode. If you guys have questions, please ask them down in the comments, and we will take care of that. Oh, parents and youth don't like us. I'm just noticing that. I think there's a way that we can help with that. Oh, telecommuting campaign, that too. There's a few things we wanted to enact. So we definitely could do that in the next episode. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I will see you guys in the next one. But thanks, everybody, for watching. And we'll be back with more Democracy 4, playing as the Prime Minister of the UK.